Hey guys, welcome back here to the Fishing Teacher, and appreciate you guys coming by the channel for the episode today. And guys, out of all the videos I do, and I have done probably close to 10,000 videos over the past 5 or 6 years on my 3 YouTube channels, the number one lure that people do not care anything about, don't want to watch a video on, is a spinnerbait. I don't understand it because a spinnerbait's an incredible bass catcher. And I want to talk about that a little bit in today's video about why I think people do not watch spinnerbait videos and why they're missing out on this. Because most people that don't watch spinnerbait videos, they don't understand how much of an incredible quality bass catcher they are into the right situation. So we're going to dig into that in today's episode here. Also, guys, a couple quick housekeeping tips before we get this started here. You've heard me talking about this. I just wanted to remind you because we've got like about another week left. Cast King has got a sale going on this ALTI bait cast reel. This is the one I use for my own fishing. Unfreaking believable reel, guys. This Halo Vortex braking system here makes it next to impossible to backlash. Once you adjust it, you can pretty much cast it without even thumbing it. All titanium spool, first reel on the market that's ever got that. 11 ball bearings, super smooth, super stout. Right now, guys, if you get it through my Cast King link in the description of this video, you get it at 10% off, plus another 10% off if you use my promo code Randy10. So you can get it 20% off right now, guys. Link in the description. And also, guys, quick reminder about another deal. SolarBat has got their Founders Day sale going on this month with my Signature Series RB2 and 3 glasses. 30% off, guys, and when you buy a pair of my glasses, you get another pair of glasses of $100 value, absolutely free with the purchase of one of mine. I'll put the SolarBat link in the description there. And finally, guys, anybody interested in booking a private one-on-one on-the-water lesson with me, just go to my Facebook page, Intuitive Angling with Randy Blaukat, shoot me a message there, and I'll get you the details. So appreciate you guys putting up with the plugs there. Okay, one of the oldest lure categories of all time, spinnerbait. There's one, my grandpa in that box right there, he's got, I guess people call it the Shannon twin spin. That thing's over 80 years old, which is basically a spinnerbait, rudimentary, one of the first spinnerbaits. Spinnerbaits has been around forever. They've been a dominant force in bass fishing, especially bass fishing tournaments ever since they started. I'm going to guess probably over the course of 60 years, a spinnerbait definitely rates probably in the top 5 in all-time tournament wins. But here is the thing I don't understand about it. When I do YouTube videos and I talk about spinnerbaits or I mention spinnerbaits, it is like crickets. I can't get anybody to watch a spinnerbait video. And I do not understand this, but I want to try to explain why I think it is and then explain to you guys why this is a mistake. First of all, there's so many YouTube videos. It's like this YouTube bass fishing genre is oversaturated with YouTube video creators. It's like everybody that got started in it was probably sort of in that 2015 to 2018 time frame. That's where the big YouTube creators that have the big followings, they got started before anyone else. And then my generation, I came along at the time of COVID, which was about the last good window to get in as a YouTube creator. And people like myself and people that came before me, they experienced so much initial success because that was sort of at the start of the whole YouTube bass fishing thing, that everybody and his brother that fished for bass started a YouTube channel. So you got an oversaturation of information probably about the spinnerbait. But here is the problem that you have with sort of like the attitude people have about watching YouTube videos on spinnerbaits. Most people think they know more than what they know about bass fishing in general, I have found. That's not an insult, it's just a reality of the situation. They try to oversimplify it. For example, a spinnerbait is a very complex lure. It doesn't look like it, but it is. Because when you're talking about a spinnerbait, and this is what a lot of people that don't watch spinnerbait videos miss out on, let me just explain some of the variables. You have not only the blade configuration, whether it be Willow, Colorado, Indiana blade, you got the size of the blade, you got the color of the blade, you got the blade mix. Is it a single spin? Is it a double Willow like this? Is it one Colorado and one Willow? Just the blade configurations itself, you have a dozen different or more different options in there. Then you've got the wire itself. The wire length and the diameter of the wire will change the vibration, it changes the profile, And also based upon the blade that you put on there, it changes the way the bait looks in the water. So there's a lot of different wire diameters and wire lengths and wire designs that people don't consider. Same with your head design. The head design has a lot to do with how straight or how fast or how slow you can reel a spinnerbait without it rolling on its side. You've got the hook configuration, you've got the length of the hook as far as the shank length, the bite gap there, the barb, how big the barb is, and then you have different type of not only skirt materials but skirt color variations. Unlimited amount of skirt color variations, as well as trailer variations you have with that. On top of that, once you get past the spinnerbait, then you have to apply it to the seasonal nuances and the seasonal patterns based upon water temperature and water clarity. Based upon every season and every specific water clarity and water temperature, they are going to require a different setup here. Sometimes it could be a 1/4 ounce spinnerbait, sometimes a 1/2 ounce, sometimes a 1 ounce, sometimes a 3/4 ounce, sometimes a 3/4 ounce with a number 7 blade on it, sometimes a 3/4 ounce with a number 5 blade on it. There is an unlimited amount of spinnerbait sizes, profiles, and blade configurations that all have to be incorporated into the time of the year that you're fishing. Because if you fish a spinnerbait in March when the water temperature is 55 degrees, it requires a completely different approach than if you fish a spinnerbait in October when the water temperature is 70 degrees. So you have got a literal unlimited amount of variables as far as how to set your spinnerbait up, the color of the spinnerbait, how you want to retrieve it. A spinnerbait can be fished everywhere. You can buzz it on the surface, you can fish at mid-depth, you can slow roll it, you can crawl it along the bottom, you can pump it off the bottom. There is an unlimited amount of retrieves that you can use. There's also your rod and your line and your reel plays a big part in it. The pound test line you're using is going to affect it. The rod length and the rod action, how fast or how slow that your tip is, your casting angle, your casting distance, how you stop and start that bait as far as the cadence on it, your boat positioning in and around your spinnerbait cover that you're fishing, the type of cover that you're fishing in relationship to the time of the year and the water clarity and the water temperature. Now that's just touching the surface. So if you are a person that ignores spinnerbait videos because you think you know everything about a spinnerbait, can you answer me all that I just talked about? Probably not, because it's something that takes a lifetime of experience to learn. And I just want to encourage you guys, start watching these dang spinnerbait videos, because in my opinion, there is not another bait out there that catches bigger fish consistently than a spinnerbait. Out of all of the 7-pound bass that I've ever caught in my life, which I consider a giant bass, I have caught more 7-pound plus bass in my life on like a big spinnerbait than I have anything else, by far. It is an incredible bass catcher under the right conditions, and there's lots of conditions it works in. You can go back in my playlist, especially on Intuitive Angling, my other channel. I've got a bunch of spinnerbait videos. I got spinnerbait videos on this channel. But I just want to encourage everybody, guys, if you see a spinnerbait video, don't tune out. Try to, learn as much as you can about them, because they have been for 80 years or more, and they still continue to this day to be one of the best bass catchers out there. So hope it helps out. We'll talk later.